Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome a very special entertainer. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ash Chandler.
Thank you very much. Yeah, good evening. Full crowd this evening. Give yourself a big round of applause. Good looking crowd this evening. Yes. People in the back don't feel like clapping. No? Some of you do? Okay, simple piece of advice for you. Those of you who don't feel like clapping, pretend I'm your mother-in-law. You don't have to love me, just pretend for a few minutes I'll be gone. So let's try that together. Yeah. All right. By round of applause, how many married people in the audience this evening? By round of applause. 2 people clapping, the rest of you are looking at me like, look, we've had a couple of drinks, we're trying to forget about it, don't remind us. What's wrong with this guy? I thought he was going to entertain us. That's it, 2 people raise their hand. I mean, how many married people, seriously? I know one person right here. Me? No, not anymore. I used to be, and the reason I'm asked, this gentleman looked like he survived a lot. Look at him. Nicely done, sir. Give him a big round of applause, my God. Is that still with your first wife, though? That's the important question. Is that a secret? Okay. Does she know? That's the secret. Now, the reason I ask is because someone rightly pointed out, I used to belong to what I like to refer to as the Fellowship of the Ring. That's right. I was part of the Fellowship of the Ring for 6 long years. It took me 6 months to find out she's Lord of the Ring, I'm just part of the fellowship. But marriage is tough, man. I asked a lot of people before I got married, I said, what's the secret to a happy marriage? I asked my father, who'd been married for 35 years. My dad said, the secret is 80-20. I said, what is that, 80% scotch, 20% soda? He said, no, son, when you're married, you listen 80% of the time. You listen 80% of the time, and you don't talk 20% of the time. That's what he said. I said, look, I talk for a living. There's no way that would work out for me. I asked another friend of mine, he said, no matter how many years go by, I still flirt with my wife. Is that a good idea? By round of applause, how many people think it's a good idea? Wow, so now you know how all the single people in the audience are. Because married people know better than to try that bullshit, and I'll tell you right now. That's the worst idea in the world. 3 years into my marriage, I walked into the kitchen, I saw my wife there, I said, hey baby, you come here often? You can't flirt with your wife. The only reason flirting works is because the other person doesn't know how stupid you are. Like, you can walk up to a complete stranger at a bar and say, hey, you know what I can do for you? You can never ask your wife that question. She got the list waiting. Right? It's good to be here in Delhi, man. It's good to be, I love this place. I love it. Actually, we're not technically in Delhi, but you know what I'm saying. I love being here. Isn't this a beautiful place right here? The Claridges in Surajkund. How about that? Nice place, right? Yeah. I love coming to Delhi, but I tell you, as much as I love Delhi, we have to do something. There's some crazy stuff going on, and I would like to enlist your help. I've started an NGO, and I want some recruits this evening, and I know I'm not supposed to get into my personal stuff, but for those of you here, please help me out. There's a big malaise that is bothering Delhi society right now, and I don't know what it is. I would really like to get your help. We have to do something about this. There's a lot of people in Delhi that need our help, and we need to reunite a lot of these people with their fathers. Because they're all asking me, do you know who my father is? Do you know who my father is? Do you know who my father is? I mean, we really need to do something. I mean, it must be really difficult to grow up without your father, isn't it? I mean, that must be so difficult. We must do something for these guys, because I mean, I did the first thing I said, okay, you know, speak to your mother. Maybe she can, you know. If I see somebody that looks like you, I'll, you know, tell them. But, you know, I mean, come on, somebody should do something, right? It's got to be hard growing up without your dad. Thank you, sir, thank you. Was that not so funny? I'm sorry, sir, I'm sorry. See, this is what happens. I'm so sorry. I'll make Mumbai jokes now. You happy about that? See, that's what, if I come here and talk about Mumbai jokes, people in Delhi love it, isn't that right? I come from, I flew in from Mumbai today. It's actually a city where we have this expression called, when you're talking about how big your apartment is, we have an expression called carpet area. Except in Mumbai, that's actually the place where you can lay one carpet. Because our places are actually very, very small. Not like you guys are the big houses. That's the carpet area. What's the carpet area? One carpet. If you're really rich, you can have two carpets, one in the front of your house and one inside. We had these terrorist attacks in Mumbai a couple of years ago, and to fight terrorism, guess what they've done? They've got these armored trucks now. They have these armored trucks. They look like tanks or jeeps or something like that, you know? And they're painted, I kid you not, next time you guys are in Mumbai, take a look. They're painted light blue and white. They're camouflage. I just want to know, can these damn things fly or something? Because what are they camouflaging with a light blue and white truck? Can you imagine that? If 26/11 was to happen today, the guys would be like, hey, Kasab, there's something following us. Oh, don't worry, that's just a happy cloud. I don't know why they sound gay. Actually, I do know why those terrorists sound gay. They only get the virgins once they die. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ash Chandler. You've been a lovely crowd. Thank you very much. Please join me in welcoming Parinita Sethi, Chief Editor and Publisher, Asia Spa India.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is so lovely to see such a full house. In fact, over full house. And every year we say the industry growing by leaps and bounds, and it makes us feel really, really wonderful. Today we have some very special people who have turned from their profession and become editors with us. So we would like to say a very special thank you to these people who have taken the time out to actually write for us in our 7th anniversary issue. And I have to tell you special people that this issue has been a sellout, and entirely thanks to all of you. So this is a special occasion where we are going to thank our special editors.
A lover of art and writing and guest editor for the Asia Spa Indulgence section, the beautiful Feroz Gujral.